Good morning. So it's Sunday morning. I think that since I started making these videos, this has been the longest time in between. I went on that shamanic ceremony on Thursday morning. I filmed on the way there. And ever since then, I've just kind of gone inward. I still don't even have the words for what it was. I'll tell about it kind of physically. One thing that the shaman said there, and I kind of feel like it's something that happens naturally, is that when you start going through something that is detrimental, something like inner changes, the whole thing, it was all day, and all day I was inward. It just, one thing after another, after another, after another, after another. Realizations and all sorts of messages coming in, and looking at my life and things shifting inward. I don't even have the words for it. There was so much there. It was all in between and flowing and going back and forth, and there was just so much there. I still don't feel like I have the words to completely tell about it. And one of the things that the shaman said that when we were there was that when a realization comes into you, to sit in it, to let it resonate, not to straight away bring it out to words. And a lot of times that's what I feel like I do with these videos, is that, or in life in general, when something comes in, I'm so excited about it, I tell it straight away. And the minute that you tell it, you're already putting it into words, you're bringing it into the physical world, and you're putting it out of yourself. And one thing he said is that when you really have these internal dialogues and things that come in, to sit with them for a minute, and they resonate. And that's what I feel like these understandings come in, and I get the topical understanding, but then as I sit in it, and as it goes around within me, and it's something that happens, I think, almost naturally. Like, I almost feel like, or felt like, even till this morning, that I can't really talk about it yet. It's still settling. It's still coming into substance within me. It's still kind of like a cloud that's still going around within me, and settling into my cells. I feel completely different, and I feel like I don't want to dissipate the energy by just, putting, first of all, I can't. It's not like I don't have the words yet. It just didn't come into words yet. I can feel that I came out different, and that a lot of things in the physical world that now I have going on. I'm boiling water for coffee. I'm making myself a jar of coffee. I feel like a lot of things in the physical world that were on their way, that I was already working on, it was like in the physical world, busy, busy, busy. Some of the things I feel like, okay, those are my tasks, and I'm continuing on, because but there's like an ease to it. There's more of an ease and less of a pressure around it. I still feel like there's a rising within me. I know that on this twin flame journey, especially, there's always there's a rising within me, and there's a point that I'm rising to, that I'm still coming to. And that was something that the shaman said, is that when you get a realization, sit in it. Don't put it out in words straight away. The minute you put it out in words, you're making it small, because you're bringing it into words. You have this big of an idea, and it's this big. In order to bring it into words, you have to bring it into one little tiny, like, string. So it loses its power. If you allow it to be a cloud, like a cloud of knowledge that is in you that's still, and you allow it to settle, then you'll get a lot more from it than if you try to take it. As soon as you get it and make it into words, then you lose it. You put it out and it doesn't sit all the way into you and become a part of you. And so that was something that when he said it, it really resonated to me as truth. And like I already know it almost. That's why Vipassana, I think, is so powerful. It's because you don't speak. You realize and you don't speak, and these things just settle in you. They solidify and become part of you. So we got there. In the end, we got there and met. And in total, it was 8 people. 2 people left straight off before we even started, before we even walked out to the place. Which I realized that everything happens for a reason. Here, this is what I was looking for, date spread. Everything happens for a reason. And they left, and at first I was like, well, and then I realized that everything has a divine plan. It was different. They left, and I really could see that if that was the energy that they came in, then it wouldn't have been a good match anyway. So in the end, we were 6 people, and I was the only female there, the only woman there, and I felt completely at ease. And that was something that was really, I felt completely at ease and naturally at ease. But I was really happy that I was able to even see it and put words on it, because it was the ability for me, realizing that I have the natural capability and ability to be in a surrounding that is dominantly masculine. So 5 men, and me, and I could hold the feminine energy, and it came to me very easily. There was no, it was just at ease. I could hold all of that vibration, all of the feminine vibration, and hold the masculine. And it's empowering. It's empowering. It's something that I have. Look, one of the guys there found this beautiful little bracelet just out in the open, and he gave it to me. And it's really pretty. And so that was something that I was happy to pay attention to, because it's something that I've always been able to do. I know that, I can recognize that, but it's something that now I noticeably know that I can do, which is like a superpower. Being able to hold a vibration and be among only men, and being able to stand in my femininity and hold all of their vibration too, like balance out that much masculine energy, is a superpower. Really, I mean, it seems silly. It's silly because it comes so naturally and it's so easy. But when I really think about it, then I realize that that's something that can be looked at as an attribute, as something that I know how to stand tall in masculine energy and contain a lot of masculine energy without moving from my center, and with staying in my center, I should say. So I thought that was really a cool realization. There were so many more things that I realized. And at one point I felt like I didn't have any kind of separation from anything. And I could feel, at one point, I could feel that my twin and I saw us both as pyramids, and then I saw the pyramids come together as one where there's no part, where it was all just one. And him and I were completely merged as one, no boundaries between, which was really like it's like a knowing, and then it gives you resolve. There's a resolve there. It's like, oh, of course, there is no separation. We have a separate experiences and separate consciousnesses. We're two consciousnesses of the same essence, which is a really cool thing to realize. I'm going to go get my sandwich and stuff. And so it was, and then we were there. We got there at 8:30 in the morning. We went in and set up camp. We were there all day until the evening, and then we made a campfire, and everybody brought food, and we made a big meal. And I fell asleep first. I'm pretty sure I didn't even take a tent. I just took a mattress and fell asleep by the fire. And we woke up in the morning and we hung out there. We had conversations. We ate a little bit. We ate a little bit and made coffee. And we were there, I think, until around, we finally started leaving out of there probably at around 1 in the afternoon. And we got back to the cars, and then we drove up to this restaurant that we go to every time that we do that ceremony on the Jordan. A really good restaurant. And so we all went up and we had a lunch together and left. And it was something else. It was just something else. When you participate in a shamanic thing like that, and you go through a whole day together, it lasted like a year. It feels like you are there. The amount of information that you get, and being out in nature and really putting the focus on the ceremony and what you're doing, it's like receiving information for a year. When you leave out of there, you feel like you're not the same person that you were when you came. You feel like you've gone through something, a whole experience. And I'm really happy that we did it on Thursday, and then Friday came out, and then I had all day for the rest of Friday and Saturday to sit in it. And today is Sunday, so today is starting a new week. So as soon as we left, I came home, I took a shower, I unloaded my bag, and then I called my twin flame, and I went over and sat with him, and we spent the whole evening together until the night. And then yesterday, we also spent a good part of the day together at the beach. Something really, I know I've been saying something that's really letting go between us, but it's letting go more and more. It feels like we are something's really coming to an ease there between us, and the knowing of that we are we're going through something together. And yesterday when we were at the beach, he was telling the people there that him and I are going through a I don't even know what you call it in English. That we're going through a journey together. That him and I are doing a journey together. An important journey, and that we can speak that we speak together, and we can just say words, and we have shortcuts. And he's right. We have shortcuts. When we speak, I can say one word and he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And the same me with him. We can also just kind of look at each other and get it. So it's, he's just so cute. He's just so funny. He's just so funny. That was a real experience. Also with my shaman, I've known him probably for about 7 years. We've done a lot of work together, and we have an understanding also. And I told him about my twin flame, which I feel was important for me to do because of the relationship that him and I have, that I felt like he should know about it. And I went into it a little bit with him. I didn't go into it completely in depth, but I explained to him a little bit of what it feels like and a little bit about our relationship. And he listened. And he listened. He knew a little bit about twin flames. He knew that it was doing work, soul work with somebody, like reflective work. So he understood a little bit about it. And I told him it was like this mystical thing that happens that you just like, whoa. Okay. I feel like I still don't have the words, and I really, this video is kind of like I want to update and just kind of let everyone know that I'm okay and that and what I went through, but I still feel like I'm processing it. I know how I work. I feel like in a few days the floodgates are going to open. But right now, it's still just kind of settling in me. I'm still like, it's still being, I just came back into my life, I feel like, and I still have to apply everything, it's not even settled yet. And it's, I know that that as I go through my work today and in the next few days or few weeks or few months, all of this is going to open up for me, and it's going to open up the floodgates of understandings and messages and channeling and all sorts of things, because it was like I was open to this, the other realms. I was like living it, completely engulfed in it for quite a while. So I still feel like I'm there, but I'm also back in my own life. So this new connection that I have and the passage in between the worlds is still, so it's still merging with the 3D world. And I really do like it, leaving it that way, because I can see it energetically. I can see like there's this connection. There's still data. There's still data being resolved and coming to me. And so what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to just focus on my work and get into the now and see where this day takes me. I have some things that I do want to finish, and that's all part of it too. I feel like that this world, this 3D world, is the actual experience that you get to have from these higher realms. So it's like mastery of the 3D world. that is the ultimate spirituality, is mastery of this realm, because this is the realm in which everything is happening. The experience is happening, where it has any kind of meaning whatsoever. Because in that other realm up there, that's just as is. That's just, it all is just as is. It's taking that and bringing it down into this 3D world, into this realm, and doing something with it, and having and taking all of that and allowing it to get some kind of bitui. Bitui is like through me, some kind of expression through me, things from that outer world. So it's about channeling from that outer world into this world and allowing things to get expression. And it's so much bigger than just being a channeler, or just being an artist, or just being an inventor, or just being a writer. It's being able to take things from this other world and express them into this world. So there's so many different aspects to it. Thank you for the coffee. Okay. I like that. I like that realization. It's broadens everything. Everything has meaning. And not only does everything have meaning, everything becomes small because it's just part of it and not the main. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this here and get into my day. So thank you for watching. I'm good. All's good. Thank you.